Huawei, proud sponsor of TechBusters.
ITWEB Digital Economy Summit took place in Bryanston recently, and TechBusters popped in to chat to some of the major players, both local and international, who were at the conference. Let's take a look.
The digital evolution is quite an interesting one, and I think it's something that if we look at from not just the South African context but from an African context, is that a lot of people are consuming the internet for the very first time, not via desktop but rather from a mobile device, from feature phones to smartphones. If you look at the way in which content is being consumed and the patterns thereof, we're seeing a lot more people moving towards the second screen. So that's mobile, that's tablet, in conjunction with the TV or replacing the TV in totality. We look at the ways in which South Africans are, they're finding IP addresses in order to get Netflix accounts. We're looking at ways in which people are seeing the first 4 episodes of Game of Thrones before they've even aired on TV in the US. And I think people are desperate for content. They're hungry for content, both on an entertainment point of view and from an informative point of view. And it's a really exciting and bold new chapter that we're about to see. Norway even announced that they'll be closing down FM radio from 2017, and all of their radio channels are going digital. So it's a really exciting process where we are about to face the digital content consumption side of humanity going forward.
People see digital marketing as the silver bullet, or social media as a silver bullet, and it's really not. There's no such thing as digital marketing. It's just marketing in a digital age, and that's what's happened, is that marketing has evolved in the sense that the way we can communicate to our target audiences is different, and we have more personalized channels that we can use now, so like social media or digital media. But ultimately, digital marketing is just a hygiene factor, or it should be. Every single campaign should have a holistic approach that considers every single customer touch point. So back in the day, we just had TV, radio and print. Now we have a lot more avenues, and we need to consider all of them, and a consumer should be able to experience a brand seamlessly across every single touch point.
Our behavior as consumers has changed, and not just our behavior but our expectations. And it's a tired example, but it's really central to this. So Uber has fundamentally changed the way that we engage with taxi services, right? I want transparency, accountability, I want to see my taxi arriving, all that kind of stuff. But I don't just want that from taxis, I want that from couriers. When I buy a pizza and have it delivered, why can't I see where the guy is and see what the ETA is? Why can't I get that from business services, from my bank, from my telephone provider, all of these services? My expectation of what should be delivered to me has changed enormously in the last couple of years. Very, very difficult for businesses all around the world, but especially in South Africa, to gear up for that. That's the kind of disruption. So when someone comes into a new space and says, I can give you Uber-like service as a landlord or as a courier company or whatever it may be, that will badly hurt the guys who are comfortably entrenched in the status quo.
Well, some of the challenges that come to mind immediately is, number one, traditional organizations don't see the need to change, and it's an important threat that they need to get around, because their very existence and survival in a highly digital world is dependent on that. So that's one aspect, knowing that traditional organizations will be challenged by highly disruptive digital agencies and digital organizations that don't physically exist with physical assets, and that threat is something that organizations must get around. The second threat I see is when we talk about the access to skills in the country. So we have lots of great ideas in the township economy, in the established economy, but we struggle with what we call STEM skills: science, technology, engineering, mathematics. And these are skills that entrepreneurs and large organizations alike are needing. As we move to a highly analytical and digital world, talking about jobs as data scientists, these are things that aren't generalist jobs. How do we cultivate and grow this at a very early stage to feed the economy? Because these same skills will propel us forward.